In the previous video I showed you what a logical test is. Now in some cases you might want to test more than one thing. So for example, if I put the number 5 there and I want to test if that number is between 0 and 10. So obviously there's two logical tests in there. If I do them separately, I would have said, is that number more than 0, which would be true, or is that number less than 10, which is true. So if both of these logical tests are true, then it means that this number is in between 0 and 10. So how do you put this into a formula? Now there's two formulas designed to do this. The one is the OR formula and the other one is the AND formula. Let me show you the differences between the two of them. In this example that we've got, we will need both of these logical tests to be true. If one of them is false, it means that it's not in between 0 and 10. So if we want all the logical tests that we are busy testing to be true, then we need to use an AND formula. So let's just do this here. I'm going to say AND. So can you see now when I type in AND, it throws two logical tests there. So let's go to the formula function bar. So what's my first logical test? Remember, I'm not going to start with an equal sign again because I've already started the whole formula with an equal sign. So first I'm going to test if that is more than 0. Then I'm going to test if that is less than 10. So that's two logical tests. Now because I'm using an AND formula, both of these must be true. If one of them isn't true, the answer will be false. But because all the logical tests in the AND formula is true, then the whole result will be true. So now if I change this to 11, then it means only one of them is true. So let's go in there again. So it's still more than 0, but it's not less than 10 anymore. So my first logical test is true, but my second logical test is false. So in this case, because we're using an AND formula, it will be that my formula result will be false. Now you can add as many logical tests if you want. Every time I click on the last one, it will just throw more. And this is unlimited. You can do as many as you want. But the principle is with an AND, all of them must be true. If I change this to an OR, and go in there again, with an OR function, then only one of them needs to be true. If one of them is true, then the whole answer will be true. So it will test for all of them. So again, you can do as many as you want. So let's do another one as example here of OR. So if I want to say if that is equals to 1, or if that is equals to 2, or if that is equals to, now let's add 3 different rules. So now I've added 3 logical tests. So I'm testing if A2 is equal to 1, or 2, or 3. In this case, everything is false. So the result will be false. If I type the number 2 there, then the result will be true. Because one of my logical tests is now true, so my whole result will be true. If I change this formula to AND, then obviously this will always be false no matter what I put in here. If I go back there, you'll see one of them is true because it is 1, but the other 2 is false. But because we're using an AND formula now, it means my whole result will be false because everything needs to be true in an AND formula.